Hey, this is Terry Wilburn. I help home recording artists, engineers, and producers make a profitable business by helping them to get their next project branded, licensed, and into the marketplace faster, getting them connected with the right kind of influencers and high-profile individuals in their field so they can stop sitting on the sideline waiting for someone to pay attention to them and finally get themselves in a position where they can actually make money doing this as a side hustle more than they do on their regular 9-to-5 day job, all from the privacy of home. Now listen, I want you to have the best information available about how to get your next project into the marketplace faster so you can start making money right now from your music. Check out some of these calls. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.
Hello. Woo. Hello. Hi. We are live. This is the 48 Laws of Strategy. I am your host, Terry Wilburn, your home recording coach and the Music Academy course Platinum Members Instructor. Again, this is your host, Terry Wilburn. Hey, I am excited today as we get ready to wrap up this course, this bonus part of the course. You know, I keep calling it a course. It's not really so much as a bonus, so much as you received it as a bonus. It became a part of the course that you signed up for when you entered into the Music Academy course, when you took the course. The 48 Laws of Marketing and Strategy came into your possession. And as we get ready to wrap up these courses, I just had to sneak this message in there. I know I told you that the next message was going to be the last, and it really is. But before we get into that, I had to sneak this message in to tell you about the great opportunity you have now. Now, remember, I shared with you in previous messages how you were going to sign up for certain free tools or whatever. And however you, whether you do or whether you don't, I'm just exposing you to something brand new that you may or may not have been aware of. Likely you haven't. These are insider tools that a lot of high-level people use that I was exposed to, not by happenstance, really, like I said, by the discovering of certain principles, certain laws, which kind of revealed itself to me after a time. And only Lord knows the world of opportunity that's going to open up for both you and I after now sharing these secrets with you and on both of our journeys together to learn more about how we can influence others with the tools, the media, the music, the content that we create. And I have to keep sharing that word content and digital media because that's ultimately your game. Now remember, when we first started, I told you that I am a media production specialist. Now what that means is, in short, and the grand theory of things, it means that I create content. You may be familiar with other people saying that they are content creators or what have you. I came up with the name specialist, media production specialist. I am the only one in my field. There is no other media production specialist. Because what I do, I craft things for a number of reasons, but primarily across the board, I can work anything. And that's not to say that you can't do that, but this is my particular niche that I have branded for myself. I am the forerunner of the media production specialist. There is no other, trust me. And here it is. When you find that there will become another, or maybe I'm showing you how to become one as yourself, you'll begin to see, you begin to notice or take notice of the teaching that I've given you thus far, and you say, hey, that came from Terry. and you'll know that someone else has taken this course or someone else has been familiar with these same tactics or secrets that have been around for decades. And I am not the author of much of this content. Let me say that first. No one person is. These are business laws and principles that help you reap abundance and prosperity. I've used a number of things within this course to help you design for yourself the life that you're going to live as an outcome of you becoming a home recording specialist and a digital media creator. And that's ultimately the time that we live in, that people are creating, whether they know it or not, whether they're blogging, whether they're writing, whether they're creating videos for Vimeo or YouTube, or even if they're shooting videos for Snapchat. They are creators, and that is a word that is going to continue to evolve. The medium and the media is going to evolve as well. And I want you to know that you should prepare yourself for that by learning some of the tools that you have now. And so what I want to share with you in this message, and this is exciting for me because I'm going to be sharing with you several resources that you need to get your hands on to learn how to do that very well. These books will show you, or this content that I'm going to share with you, this information that I'm going to provide for you, is some of the trade secrets that people across the board, whether they are high-level record producers or executives or artists, people who make money a lot, whether it be online or an actual e-commerce or actual brick and mortar, wherever people sell it, those who know how to make money have their hands on this particular material. And though they may have breezed through it at one point in time, sometimes that's all you need is one or two strategies to throw you over the balcony, so to speak, to lift your wings and help you fly, all right? So I'm going to share several of my favorite that I have here stored within my digital app that I exposed you to earlier in the previous conversations. Okay, and I'm going to just go through a few authors and a few names to share with you some of the concepts that you can learn behind these people. I'm going to go here and open up my Hoopla digital app. And I am connected to Hoopla via my public library, okay? This is a free digital app that you can use, anybody can use, whether it's just to have fun or relax and watch a video or a movie, read a book, or just let a book read you to sleep, all right? But just something you can put on, and I got this idea, and as I shared with you in the previous message, I got this idea from Osteen, who said that you can turn your vehicle into a mobile university. And so when I heard that, he said that most people spend in their lifetime or within a year hundreds of hours in traffic. And he said that's equivalent to a master's degree. He said, how about turning some of that time into an education and experience? Why don't you play an audio book or some good teaching or a sermon that would help you relax your spirit, your mind, and influence you to go further in life? And when he said that, that's exactly what I did the following day. And I went down to my library and found out what kind of audio books they had, and they exposed me to an app that has become my greatest toolkit in the history of my experience with media. And so what I'm doing now is I'm opening up to you some of the favorites that I have saved in here and from the authors and their content that I continue to listen to watch, to gain from, knowledge from over and over and over again. And many of these authors, they have most of their categories, most of their their catalog available online for free on YouTube and at their library. But I have gone on to join in on most of their seminars, and I have experienced their live experience, and I have bought many of their products that expose others to further teaching, further development in sales and training and things of that nature. And I'm saying the same thing to you here, is that When you got the Music Academy course, you were exposed to a brand new lifestyle. And now that you're listening to this bonus and the final messages, you are being exposed or indoctrinated into a grander, more firm knowledge about what you're into. And so that's what I want to do here, is share with you some high-level secrets from these teachers that you need to find out about right away. And even if you don't go down to the library and pick up a book or read a book or listen to an audio book, you can always go over to YouTube and find out some of their content right there that other people have posted or they themselves have posted on that platform specifically for your type of event or concern. Now, I want to go, I'm going to share a few. I won't share them all, but I'm going to pick out a few of my favorite, and I'll share with you some of the things that they teach and perhaps that I've learned. Okay, so here we go. First, I want to say that there's Brian Tracy. Brian Tracy is an author that has, he is a CEO of an international company that specializes in the training and development of individuals and organizations to help them learn how to sell, learn how to improve their personal lives. He has books written in over 20 languages. Some of his greatest books that has influenced my life, I want to share two with you. And that was, let me see here, there's so much. I have to go through his catalog. Brian Tracy has hundreds and hundreds of titles and written in so many different languages. Let me see if I can find one here that I have in my favorite list. Okay, how about that? We go down to that series right here. No, I can't share that with you. That's too advanced. You're not ready for that. Okay, one is Speak to Win. In Speak to Win, Brian tells you how to possess the power of any public speaker to help you to advance your career. One thing that you'll have to learn, and regardless of how you go about selling yourself as an artist or musician or an entertainer, or even an engineer and a home recording person, you have to learn how to speak, particularly when dealing with clients or people that you're working with. And I know that some are, in his teaching, Brian says that people fear public speaking more than dying. And you know what? That's a fact. Public speaking is sometimes some of the most scariest experiences. And I've been in front of hundreds of people speaking and crowds of people and audiences of people speaking at one time, oftentimes off the cuff, not having any kind of planned structure. But what I keep inside of me is the tactics that I've learned from men like Brian Tracy on how to speak. And that way you can come up with a flash in the pan, so to speak, teaching to help someone else. And so you might want to get a chance to check that out. Another is by Neil Rackham, and it's called Spin Selling. In his book, Spin Selling, he teaches you how to sell in a modern way, how to influence people to buy from you and want to buy more from you. So let's just say if you're an artist and you've created a nice song, a nice CD, or you're a guitarist, and you have something for sale, you might want to check out the book Spin Selling. It will teach you how to develop that concept into something like selling on Instagram or Snapchat or even Facebook. It is a very powerful book. You might want to check that out. Again, that is Spin Selling by Neil Rackham. And I'm just going to go through, not the authors, but some of my favorite titles that I have saved. Again, another by Brian Tracy that will teach you some great tips and tricks, and not tips and tricks, but it will teach you about money. And it's simply called The Science of Money. When I heard this book, it blew my mind. There is a science and a formula to making money. The book is entitled The Science of Money, How to Create Wealth and Generate Income. When I listened to this audio book, and Brian Tracy was being interviewed by a man, and he exposed to me and the world the secret science formula behind creating wealth and money. It's something that changed my life, and I'm sure it will yours. Again, you need to pick that book up when you get a chance. Another is a book by Tom Hopkins. Tom Hopkins is a international best-selling author, and a sales trainer that educates listeners on how to succeed in sales of using the information for the internet and etc. His best book that I have found to date, and many will agree with me, people who have made hundreds of millions of dollars have learned and made their sales made their start by learning this book. This book has been around for the last 3 decades, and it continues to be on the bestseller list. It's called How to Master the Art of Selling. This book is a course in itself. I don't want to give it all away. I want you to go check that out. It's made by Tom Hopkins, and it's called How to Master the Art of Selling. Okay, let's get a little closer to what we're talking about here. Another here, I just have to keep talking about Brian Tracy because he has been the greatest influencer for sales for me other than Tom Hopkins, teaching you the tricks, tips, and strategies on how to sell what you have. And so another by Brian Tracy, and this may be the last one I'll share with him about him, is The Psychology of Selling. Now, people shy away from the term psychology, but what it simply means in a narrow form, it means that the way the mind is programmed and the language of the mind. So you might want to check out that book. It's called The Psychology of Selling. It's like getting a bachelor's degree in how to sell your music online, in person, to a friend, family, or a stranger. Trust me, you want to check out that book. Another one, this is a great book here, okay? This is going to expose you to a whole new lifestyle, a whole new way of thinking. And it's by Joel Osteen. It's called Become a Better You. This is one of my books inside of my mastermind that I share with people a lot. It's a high-level influence book. You may be familiar with Joel Osteen. He is the Christian preacher down in, I believe, Dallas, Texas, if not as Houston, Texas, at Lakewood, pretty much the arena where the Houston Rockets used to play. He is a pastor and a teacher and an author. And in this book, he describes for you how you can become a better you. And this book has shaped my mind, reshaped my heart, and helped me to focus on what I was in for the long haul, okay? All right, I want to share that book with you. The last one that I'll be sharing, these are all audio books, by the way, is Visioneering by Andy Stanley. Now, Andy Stanley is another pastor slash teacher slash author within the great city, my hometown of Atlanta, Georgia. I had the privilege of meeting Andy and his father, Dr. Charles Stanley, while they were in conference. As I sat back and took notes and listened to them live of their teaching, and I'm telling you, his book, Visioneering, has been read by some of the greatest minds in the world today of entertainment, and people love this book all over the world. It has helped them to prepare for a life that is going to be powerful, motivating, and captivating to other people. And lastly, I'll share this last author with you. This person here is single-handedly responsible for teaching, training, and really just blowing the minds of millions of people worldwide, all over the world. And this man has started from nothing nearly a century ago. Well, this would be the new century. So nearly 2 centuries ago, he started with nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. He was in abject poverty and created for himself before his death in the 1970s many, many millions of dollars. And he has made many millions of people millionaires. And this man has single-handedly written the book on success that has influenced the minds of the greatest to the least whom you'll never know of, to your next-door neighbor, to your teacher, to your college professor, and to me, myself. And this man is named Napoleon Hill. Now, Napoleon Hill is an author and a speaker and a teacher who has gone away from us, but his writings and his teachings still teach us posthumous from the grave how we can make the better lives of ourselves, even coming from nothing like poverty or a background of a family that has a bad name, and become a millionaire before your death in this lifetime and how to enjoy yourself with much success around the board. Now, his greatest and most influential and most powerful book is called Think and Grow Rich. I mentioned this in previous lessons on how we use the principle of a positive mental attitude, and how a positive mental attitude can reshape your life, and how that people fail not from simply from actions that they do, but most people fail from the lack of having a positive mental attitude. And he explains within his 16 principles of Think and Grow Rich how you can start from having nothing, right where you are now, to becoming a millionaire in your lifetime. And in fact, today it's even easier because people have paved the road for you. Now, those are a few tips from authors that I like to share that are in my inner circle, that I share with people within my inner circle. But these are some of my favorites that have helped me to grow as a business person, as a family man, and in my belief and faith towards life, myself, and God. So I wanted to share those with you so that they might encourage you in your journey to become a better you. And listen, I would like to know how some of these books have influenced and shaped your mind as well. Would you reply to this message and let me know? You can reach me at musicacademycourse@gmail.com. That again is musicacademycourse@gmail.com. Once again, that email address is musicacademycourse@gmail.com. Reach out to me. Send me a few words in the subject line that say, "Hey, Terry, this is what I think about your message." And let me know what some of these books have done for you. Okay, that's all the time that I have for today. And I will be sending you the next message, which will be the final message in the 48 Laws of Strategy. This has been your home recording coach and the Platinum Music Members Instructor, Terry Wilburn. Thank you. P.S. Don't miss tomorrow's episode where I will be sharing with you the final law in the 48 Laws of Strategy. Don't miss this tip, because I'm telling you, I'm going to wrap up for you such an extravagant time that we've had here, that this is going to be power-packed and a mind house that's going to blow your mind and shape your life and reshape your destiny. It's going to thrust you into the atmosphere where you need to be. All of your dreams that have been built up so far have come to this point. You don't want to miss the information that I'm going to share with you in the final message. This has been your host and your teacher. Thank you for listening. This is Terry Wilburn.